Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you at the Franco-Lithuanian Defense Industry Forum. Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine is at the heart of today's discussion, and for the good reason, because this war, in its essence, is not about Ukraine. It is not a regional conflict that can be easily contained outside the borders of the EU and NATO. Putin's aims are of much broader strategic character. Rephrasing Lord Ismay, the first Secretary General of NATO, Putin aims to have the United States out, Russia in, Europe down. Now it's our duty to ensure that United States stays in, Russia out, and Europe takes stronger leadership over the fate of the free world. Time is of the essence. We do not have the luxury of long debates and considerations. Putin has put Russia firmly on the path of war. And now Russia will not stop its expansion and aggression. Russia can only be stopped. And it's better now to stop Russia outside our borders. Therefore, it is our vital interest to help Ukraine win and to make sure we are ready for the challenge too. We must fully understand how much responsibility lies in our hands. First and foremost, we need to invest more in our security and defense. 2% is not enough even for the floor. Therefore, Lithuania is investing 2.75% of GDP and aims to do more. We hope this will soon be the case all around Europe. Some may say we are already doing well, we don't need to hurry or overstretch. Yes, we all know that the Western world has a much bigger overall potential. However, there is also the potential of the moment, which tells an entirely different story. We see this clearly when reflecting on the production and delivery of artillery shells to Ukraine. While investing, we must take into consideration the potential of the moment as well. We need to produce ammunition and armaments in much higher quantities and quicker, while also reprioritizing deliveries to Ukraine and European allies. This is not a charity to Ukraine. This is an investment in our own security, our own future. To fully exploit our joint potential, we need to cooperate more. Although a small country, Lithuania has a great potential. Our companies, able to rely on good mutual understanding and connections with Ukraine, have an advantage developing technologies and innovations that prove their worth at the frontline battles in Ukraine. Since 2022, Lithuania has been taking active steps to develop its national defense and security industry. Broad political support for the development of the industry has been consolidated. Amendments to legislation have been initiated to promote the activities and development of the companies. New financial instruments are also being actively developed. I'm happy to note that Lithuania's defense industry ecosystem is already starting to grow rapidly. We can provide high-end solutions for security applications, including various ICT and engineering solutions. I see it as an integral part of our general effort to modernize and diversify the national economy. In the future, much will depend on Lithuania's ability to guarantee the most effective interaction between our universities and business. Our country currently ranks among the leaders of the European Union in tertiary education. We are extremely proud of our talented labor force. And we want to achieve an even better synergy in the research and development of high tech, including lasers, biotechnologies, food tech, and web technologies. Our open and export-oriented economy currently is one of the 15 most diversified economies in the world. The ability to adapt and look for the new markets is one of Lithuania's greatest strengths, and also the foundation of our long-term success. Over the last 22 years, Lithuania's GDP per capita grew from below 40% to nearly 90% of the European Union average. We have already created a true success story of membership in European Union, and we have no intention of slowing down. Even in 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Lithuania was able to navigate into safer economic waters using a precise anti-cyclical policy. That year, a zero change in Lithuania's GDP was one of the best results in the whole of European Union. Right now, Lithuanian businesses are eagerly seeking new opportunities and international partnerships and foreign investment. Advanced and innovative manufacturing and services, military technologies, all of these and many other sectors represent areas where the French and Lithuanian business communities could successfully cooperate. All those thinking about tapping into the economic potential of our economy should explore Lithuania's 7 free economic zones, promising generous tax incentives. Another significant advantage is Lithuania's digital infrastructure, fast, affordable, and among the best in the European Union. To provide our economy with stable energy resources, we have implemented big electricity and gas infrastructure investment projects, including the LNG terminal. Currently, our energy sector is being supplemented by new solar and wind energy park projects. All these steps have allowed Lithuania to become the first European country to completely cut imports of Russian energy supplies, including oil, electricity, and natural gas. And we haven't looked back since. Ladies and gentlemen, today's forum is an important step forward in advancing French-Lithuanian defense cooperation and innovation. I am very much looking forward to many cooperation agreements to be reached after this forum. I wish you all very successful, productive, and fruitful day. Thank you.
Before we embark on this significant undertaking, let us express our sincere gratitude to President Gitanas Nausėda for honoring us with his distinguished presence in inaugurating this forum. Your dedication, President, to strengthen the bilateral ties between our nations is deeply appreciated. Last week, the European Commission introduced a transformative initiative, the new European Defense Industrial Strategy. With Russia's unjustified war of aggression against Ukraine, high-intensity conflict has returned to our continent. This visionary strategy aims to enhance EU readiness through a responsive and resilient European defense industry, aligning closely with the objectives of our forum. It underscores the paramount importance of collaborative innovation within the defense sector, both regionally and internationally. Now let us delve into the wealth of knowledge and expertise that our esteemed speakers bring to this forum, as we collectively chart a course towards a future of innovation and collaboration. Vice Admiral Marc Darmon, your illustrious career in French Navy epitomizes excellence and leadership. From your early days at the Naval Academy to commanding vessels like hydrographic vessel Laplace and the air defense frigate Forbin, your contribution have been invaluable. Your leadership in missions such as Heracles, Enduring Freedom, and UNIFIL operations off the coast of Lebanon showcases your dedication to service and strategic acumen. We eagerly anticipate your insights and guidance. Welcome Vice Admiral Marc Darmon, Armed Forces Deputy to the National Armament Director, who will provide invaluable insights to the French defense innovation ecosystem. Please join us in the welcoming Vice Admiral Nausėda on stage.
Your Excellency, Mr. President of the Republic of Lithuania, Madam Vice Minister of Economy and Innovation, Madam Vice Minister of Defense, distinguished President and officers, ladies and gentlemen, labas ir laukiami ir Paryžių. First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. It's my great honor to have the opportunity to address such a distinguished audience. I would like to underline the importance of an event like this, French-Lithuanian Defense Industry Forum, especially in the current geopolitical situation you've been underlining. I'm going to give a brief focus on innovation, which is important in two main aspects. The first one by its subject itself, the defense innovation, and the second one through the European cooperation. Firstly, innovation. Today, the performance of innovation support depends on the existence of a global ecosystem, a community who is discussing and sharing on challenges and opportunities raised by disruptive technologies, but also by needs of growing complexity. All of you are here to contribute to this dialogue. I'm confident we will make it fruitful and seminal. Everyone is concerned, be you private or public actors. I'm not going to elaborate on the geopolitical context, but I would like just to underline the multiplication of areas of conflict which are intricate as they've ever been, interweaving tangible and intangible fields. This is multiplying the complexity of the threats. At the same time, we are witnessing an evolution of innovation. It is pacing up. I'm thinking about, of course, all the digital fields. It is no longer a state monopoly. Let's look at the new space, AI, quantum. It is drastically open and dual when not coming directly from the private sector. It is often oscillating between high sophistication, I would qualify that as a technology race, and a disarming simplicity, as Ukrainian war is showing it. The bottom line in matter of innovation, it is that it's not an option for our forces. Preparing our future is, of course, a strategic challenge in matter of capability development. We have no other choice than to support the relevant change of model without missing modernization, so that we are not going to fight tomorrow's war with yesterday's equipment. That's the reason why France has decided to concede on that field an important effort in its recently voted military programming law. Thus, 10 billion euros are going to be invested between 2024 and 2030. The duty of DGA, the National Armament Directorate, is therefore to continue to imagine the future and anticipate the evolution of technologies and solutions in order to give to our forces key factor of superiority facing spreading threats. In that sense, the action of DGA, National Armament Directorate, has been reinforced by the Defense Innovation Agency, which has been created in September 2018, with the intention to have a coordinator of defense innovation able to federate and accelerate innovation initiatives within the Ministry of the Armed Forces. The agency has three main missions. First, the persistency of the operational superiority of our forces and services. Second, the improvement of the performance of the ministry itself. Third, the strengthening of our strategic autonomy. This agency is meant to be more agile in stimulating, capturing, and integrating innovation, especially those coming from the civilian sectors. The agency supports the entire spectrum of innovation, from fundamental research to armament programs, through multiple type of support mechanism. The agency role is also to support the involvement of companies and research institutes to develop an innovative defense technological industrial basis. Secondly, a brief view on the cooperation. The innovation system can be stronger if built on international partnerships. Collaboration is the most efficient way to improve skills through crisscrossing ideas, know-hows, point of views, culture, and pollinating user cases. Working alone has never been a long-term winning option. And it's very typical to innovation where the product is raising when you cross engineers, researchers, and practitioners. Lithuania and France is a consolidated partnership at the European level in a multilateral aspects. We are sharing a common strategic culture, values, threat assessment, tactics, and procedures. We are sharing the development and the construction of common tools that allow us to promote a concerted approach in favor of European solutions. In the recent year, we have made huge progress. Europe has made huge progress with the creation of the European Defense Fund. It's a tool of international influence, which enhances our technological credibility in the field of scientific research and advanced industries. It's also a tool that allows us to make our research institutes and industries work in synergy, as they have assets to put forward at the European level. Lithuania and France cooperate also solidly, pragmatically, sharing the willingness to build a partnership over a long term with concrete added value and deliverables. To conclude, I would like to reiterate the importance of this session, which will greatly contribute to concrete exchanges between French and Lithuanian actors in the industry in favor of our respective defense. Doing so, we will reinforce our bilateral partnership and our mutual effects. Thank you again to Lithuanian delegation for coming. And I would end by saying that innovation is not a buzzword. It's a state of mind allowing us to exchange fast, swiftly, in order to keep ahead from our contestants, not to say our enemies, who are, as we speak, drastically being innovative. So the clock is ticking for a race where the free world is at stake.
Thank you very much, Vice Admiral. And we are happy to say that we will continue what you told. We were coming with our Ministry of Economy delegation to exchange with your innovation agency in coming months. And I'm happy to invite now to the stage our Vice Minister of Economy and Innovation, Erika Kuročkina, who supports strongly our businesses in defense and who will give you overlook of our innovation companies and our ecosystem of defense industry. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure and honor to be a part of the first Paris Defense and Strategy Forum. Also, I want to take a chance and express my gratitude to the organizers and, of course, our French partners, which we already can call friends. The security environment in Europe changed. Actually, Lithuania for many years already was talking about the threat from the east. Unfortunately, after the war in Ukraine started, Europe started reshaping not its its security strategy, but industrial direction as well. European countries are increasing defense spending in response to regional geopolitical shifts. European countries are increasing defense spending. European countries are once again rebuilding their defense capabilities to ensure their security after 3 decades of reduced defense spending. European countries reinforced the need to utilize older technologies, such as artillery, and brought to the force the importance of newer technologies. Lithuania is not an exception. I dare to say that geopolitical threats we are taking more seriously than anyone else. While Lithuania's defense technology industry is relatively young, its potential for growth is significant. The sector consists of approximately 80 companies, including a rising number of innovative startups. Already, the defense and security industry in Lithuania is growing. So it is necessary to maintain and accelerate this growth. The trend in the number of employees in enterprises in this sector is twice as high as the national average and reached about 14% in the period of 2018 and 2023, while the average wages of enterprises working in the defense industry are 21% higher than the national average. In the period of 2018-2022, the turnover of defense companies grew by 46%, by 6% more than the national average. Our top export markets are, of course, among NATO and EU countries. Talking about third countries, Lithuanian footprint you can find in Israel, Australia, and of course, Ukraine. One of the priorities at the moment in our ministry is all-encompassing defense innovation ecosystem building. In my opinion, we have all it needs. Unfortunately, some bridges among different stakeholders still missing. We're already on the way towards strong partnership with MOD and military, promotion of collaboration, and more trust among military and private sector. empowerment of research institutions, and strong financial assistance. Lithuania already established Miltech Lab, an innovation agency, the major innovation promotions agency in Lithuania, and we hope that in the nearest future, Lithuanian Miltech Sandbox will stand next to French Defense Innovation Agency. Lithuania's defense industry may be relatively small in comparison to some European countries, but it stands out with notable defense companies with a strong niche competencies. Of course, electronic components and lasers. Currently, this Miltech segment is the most developed in Lithuania. Historically strong sector, radio electronics and optoelectronics sectors is well known globally in Lithuania. Of course, drones and unmanned aerial vehicles. It is well known that we can call the war in Ukraine the first full-scale drone war, which gave an impetus to new tactical and technological solutions. We have 6 companies engaged in the production of drones, most of which already tested and approved in Ukraine. Neutralization of explosives, another example where Lithuania already stands out in the battlefield in Ukraine. Use of space technology solutions are crucial for secure telecommunication systems, efficiency and security of the defense and governmental applications. Lithuania is a strong provider of ICT solutions. Use and adoption of artificial intelligence solutions is also in our sights. And of course, when we are talking about defense industry, we have to talk about the empowerment of the all industry we have. Components production, maintenance, military equipment, food industry. Talking about Lithuanian governmental policy, I can describe it as open, flexible, and business-oriented. If we are talking about export licenses, they have to be provided as fast as it's possible. Here, you can see the term of decision-making within 25 days, but practically, for already operating companies, the process of decision-making lasts from 5 up to 10 days. If we are talking about investment attraction, we are talking about green corridor, fast-track legal procedures, and personal assistance for businesses. And of course, Lithuania have to be attractive. Various financial incentives are also in place. Talking about our rich talent pool, I can describe it as extremely vibrant, gender-balanced, multilingual, collaborative, and highly qualified. Talking about our R&D ecosystem, it is also all-encompassing. The main fields of our R&D activities combines artificial intelligence, augmented and virtual reality for military, photonics, electromagnetic measurement, military clothing, sensors, electronic technology, cybersecurity. Absolutely, all the innovations are in Lithuania. And of course, support for Ukraine. We are proud that Lithuanian defense products play a pivotal role in supporting Ukraine. Our night vision equipment, thermal imagers, anti-drone weapons, operational effectiveness in the challenging drone weapons enhance operational effectiveness in the challenging battlefield in Ukraine. I strongly believe that only together, through cooperation, innovation, collective commitment to strengthening our defense industries, we can ensure a stable future. So thank you for your attention, and I wish you a fruitful forum and, of course, new, brilliant partnerships.
Thank you, Erika. Now we have a surprise guest. So this is Vice-Minister of Defense, Greta Monika Tučkutė, who will provide insights into Lithuania's strategic priorities in defense. Vice-minister, your years of experience in defense and strategic advisory role has been important in shaping our national security efforts. From advising NATO to your current role as Vice-Minister of National Defense, your commitment to safeguarding our nation is evident.
Thank you
The
very
floor
much.
is yours.
Thank you very much. Actually, I don't feel like a surprise guest because I was planning to participate here, but nevertheless, c'est le grand honneur et plaisir d'être ici. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Bonjour, vice-admiral. Je pense que c'est très important pour nous être ici ensemble, parler ensemble, échanger notre idée, échanger notre projet et être ensemble quand le monde est pas très calme. Il y a la guerre qui est juste à côté de nous et nous, on a besoin de faire tout ce qui est possible, tous les efforts possibles pour gagner cette guerre pour la démocratie, et pour l'Ukraine être libre et pour notre monde être libre de la menace qui est autour de nous. Donc, avec votre permission, je vais continuer en anglais. So I will speak now in English because it's more easy for me. Otherwise, French is a great language and I really admire it. And from the Ministry of Defense point of view, I think Erika has provided already a very clear overview of the whole ecosystem of our defense industry. And really, it's very positive that it's growing, that it's developing, and that is extending. The negative point that is extending because of the war that is going on. It's not because we like to produce defense industry products and would like to invest all of our money into defense industry. But the thing is that the reality is life is like that. And we need to forget the peacetime production that we used to have, and we need to move to the wartime production. And this acceleration needs to be done now, immediately, and without long considerations, but with a clear political vision and clear way forward, how we move it. So in my short presentation, I would like to touch upon 3 points. First of all, defense industry cooperation, what kind of meaning it has, and how it is embedded in the European Union. Secondly, what it means for Lithuania defense industry, and how we view it, how we want it to be. And third one is the vision. What is the way forward, and how we should move forward. So on the first point, I think so far we are quite well stationed because there are many initiatives are going on in the European Union, in the transatlantic perspective. So the new European defense industry strategy that has been put on the table is putting a way forward quite clearly. The clear money is also on the table, and it's clear how we are going to use it. The question is how we are going to overcome the bureaucracies, and whether we are using that money for the really practical purpose, but not for some imaginary theoretical projects that could be, nicely described, but not coming to the practical outcome. So I think for us, for all of us, and especially using this platform of cooperation, where we can build bonds and be together in a very close dialogue, here we can exchange our ideas how to have this practical outcome achieved, how we can use European Defense Fund money better, and how we can extend the geographical perspective of the European Union, not only focusing, let's say, in France or Germany, but also to take the practical knowledge and understanding from other geographical regions, such as, for instance, Lithuania. And as our Deputy Minister of Economy and Innovations has presented very clearly, we have really bright minds, skilled personnel, high potential companies, and this is where we could work all together between us. Moreover, I need to say that as a Ministry of Defense, we are procuring already some of the very well-rated equipment from France, and we are very happy that we get also with this equipment we are getting also practical application and understanding how to use it in the battlefield. So on the second point, I would like to emphasize that for Lithuania's MOD, it is important to have timely equipment with advanced technologies that would be able to beat the opponent when it's needed. So the faster, the quicker we have it, the better it is for us, but the better it is for all of us. Because the war in Ukraine, as many of the speakers highlighted, it's not only the Ukrainian war, it's the war of all our democracies that are fighting for the values that we are all endorsing and embracing. So that's why for us, for democratical countries such as France, such as Lithuania, it is important also to have production lines embedded on the border of the European Union, so that in case of the need, those capabilities would be defending the whole European Union, would be defending the whole NATO alliance, and this is where we're standing together. This is why we are all together in one alliance. That's why we are all together in one union. And I'm very glad that in the dialogue of the European Union, in the dialogue of the NATO, we can speak about this geographical, regional development of the defense industries. And the third point that I would like to emphasize here, it's our vision and ambitions, how we move forward. What is the view for the future? And I need to say that we need to speak not only about the future, but about today. And today, what is the most important is scale, time, and security of supply. So how do we make it happen? I mean, it's not enough to put forward some nice ideas and some visions. We need to take action. And I'm very glad to see that there is leadership in the European Union that is showing that it's possible to move forward maybe quicker, taking the political risk and taking political decisions. And for Lithuania, it is as well. It's very important to have like-minded countries together on the same path, on the same political path, and seeing how we can strengthen each other, how we can enhance our capabilities together, and how we can become stronger. In the ultimate goal is defeating the enemy that is bullying the whole democratic world. So, thank you very much for your attention. Merci beaucoup pour votre attention. C'est le grand plaisir d'être ici. Je voudrais dire en dernier, comme les résultats, j'espère que ce format va être pas la première, mais peut-être après peut-être la prochaine année, ça va être encore une fois, et peut-être ça va être la bonne tradition entre nous, discuter et avoir les résultats pratiques. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée.
Thank you very much, Vice Minister. So in this industry especially, we need the support of the government and politicians, because it's not the industry as the others. The government is strongly involved in this industry. So now we will switch to the industry part, and we'll go deep inside in the activities of GCAT. and we will hear from the first person, the most important in GCAT, it's the President, Marc Darmon. Marc Darmon, your distinguished career following your graduation from École Polytechnique and École Nationale Supérieure de Télécommunications is exemplary. Your leadership in technology and industry demonstrated through pivotal roles at Alcatel, Thales, has been instrumental in driving strategic initiatives. Your presidency at GCAT since 2020 further solidates your dedication to advancing French defense and security industries. And 25 years at Thales, Marc Darmon, Vice President of Thales, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. As our Minister of Defense, je vais parler en français. Merci beaucoup. Mesdames les ministres, amiral, messieurs et mesdames les ambassadeurs, mesdames et messieurs, labas ritas. En fait, je suis doublement heureux de pouvoir m'exprimer au nom de l'industrie de défense française et pour inaugurer ces discussions qu'on va avoir. D'abord, évidemment, ça montre l'amitié et le besoin de coopération, notamment industrielle entre nos deux pays, on en a parlé. La deuxième raison, qui est un peu plus personnelle, c'est que je suis moi-même d'origine lituanienne par mon grand-père maternel et que je suis vraiment très content de pouvoir initier ces discussions. En fait, le forum d'aujourd'hui, il souligne le besoin de coopération, vous en avez parlé, mesdames les ministres, et de partenariats industriels sur le long terme. Ce forum, il témoigne aussi globalement, et pas seulement dans cette salle, de la réaction française et européenne à la superposition des crises que l'on voit aujourd'hui. Comme vous l'avez rappelé, amiral, l'ensemble de ce que l'on voit aujourd'hui ne se remplace pas les uns les autres, mais s'ajoute. Évidemment, l'agression de l'Ukraine par la Russie, d'autres conflits de par le monde et pas si loin que nous ne pourrons pas ignorer, une compétition stratégique et de la projection de puissance de beaucoup de nations encore plus à l'Est, évidemment un monde du cyberespace qui est constamment sous attaque et le risque terroriste qui est présent tout le temps. Tout ça, ce sont des tensions auxquelles nos amis lituaniens sont quotidiennement confrontés. Alors la réponse à ces défis, elle ne peut être que collective. Collective déjà en France entre les armées, les institutions et l'administration et les industriels. Et je voudrais dire un mot justement de la réaction notamment de l'industrie française. Le J4 que je représente, en fait, ce n'est que l'association de l'industrie française dans le domaine de l'armement terrestre. C'est à peu près 500 sociétés dans le domaine de l'industrie, de la recherche, de la technologie et des services. Ça a un catalogue qui va des véhicules blindés, de l'artillerie et des munitions, mais aussi la logistique, tout ce qui est autour du numérique, du commandement, du renseignement et des télécommunications, la protection du cyberespace et de la data intelligence. C'est à peu près 9 milliards d'euros de chiffre d'affaires, extrêmement présents hors de nos frontières françaises et 50 000 emplois extrêmement qualifiés répartis sur tout le territoire. L'industrie française, elle contribue à ce que le président Macron, lors d'Eurosatori il y a 2 ans, a appelé l'économie de guerre et il s'agit d'une réponse collective aux défis court terme et long terme que j'ai décrits tout à l'heure. En fait, c'est 2 composantes. C'est d'abord un travail en bonne intelligence entre les états-majors, l'état-major des armées, la direction générale pour l'armement et les industriels. Mais cet effort commun, il a, je dirais, 2 axes. Le premier, c'est l'adaptation rapide de notre catalogue et de nos moyens à le combat de haute intensité et à la réalité du terrain. Et le deuxième, c'est une réactivité en termes de réduction des temps de production, des temps de fabrication, des temps de développement. Je prends un exemple qui d'ailleurs est très pertinent pour la réunion de ce matin. Le système César de Nexter, on l'a vu passer dans le cadre de cette économie de guerre de 30 mois à 10 mois de production et en rythme de production mensuel de 4 à 6 puis 8 systèmes César dès 2024. Alors le système César, comme je le disais, il est très pertinent puisque dans le cadre de la Lituanie a signé un accord en 2022 pour 18 Césars de 2e génération. Et c'est aussi un bon exemple de coopération industrielle, puisque la Lituanie sera donc présente pour le programme de développement du César NG. Les industriels français, ils ont aussi parfaitement compris l'esprit collaboratif européen du Fonds européen de défense. Le Fonds européen de défense qui consiste à faire travailler les industriels ensemble sur des avancées de recherche et technologie, des industriels de toute taille, des grands, des moyens, des petits, de toute nation, à la fois avec des financements qui viennent du Fonds européen de défense, mais aussi la collaboration nécessaire sur ces sujets d'interopérabilité et de partage de technologies. Alors, vous l'avez dit, Madame la Ministre, les industriels français ont une grande connaissance et un grand respect de ce que peuvent apporter les industriels lituaniens sur des niches technologiques importantes, mais que ce soit dans le domaine des technologies de l'information, du cyberespace, on l'a vu, des lasers et de l'électronique, de la neutralisation des explosifs. Et la complémentarité de nos industriels est un très bon exemple de ce que l'on verra ce matin. Alors, les industriels français, qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent proposer? D'abord, ils ont une grande habitude de collaboration industrielle internationale, y compris sous forme de transfert de technologie, de transfert de production. Un très bel exemple que nous aimons à citer est le projet belge CAMO, dans lequel on arrive à la fois à une intégration industrielle, mais aussi une intégration opérationnelle de notre système Scorpion avec le besoin des Belges. Le deuxième, c'est une base industrielle et technologique de défense, une politique industrielle de défense que je crois est reconnue partout et probablement très avancée dans beaucoup de domaines. Et puis des solutions qui, elles aussi, sont combat proven, éprouvées au combat, interopérables, qui répondent aux exigences élevées de l'armée française, mais qui sont conçues à la fois pour l'exportation, pour la coopération et le partenariat industriel. Alors, le J4, en l'occurrence, est là pour animer ou aider ces collaborations de groupement à groupement ou de plusieurs industriels à plusieurs industriels. Nous avons été très présents les années précédentes, notamment dans le cadre avec l'ambassade de l'Innovation Agency Lithuania pour les journées franco-lituaniennes. 23 entreprises étaient présentes l'année dernière et notamment le programme de coopération César en est ressorti. On est très présents. Une des actions que j'aimerais citer, c'est l'action que le J4 mène pour l'animation de Eurosatori. Eurosatori, c'est le mondial de l'industrie de défense, la plus grande exposition de matériel de défense terrestre au monde. C'est bientôt, c'est du 17 au 21 juin. Nous aurons un très grand pavillon lituanien avec 17 entreprises lituaniennes qui seront présentes, au milieu de 1800 exposants, plus de 250 délégations officielles. 60% des délégations sont évidemment européennes et on aura l'occasion à ce moment-là d'avoir beaucoup d'échanges. Donc dans quelques minutes, et je ne vais pas être plus long, on aura l'occasion de voir ces échanges entre les industriels français et lituaniens. Je vous engage tous au networking, aux échanges, y compris lors des cocktails. Je vous souhaite une excellente matinée et je termine par un gratios dienos. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Marc. Now I would like to invite the representative of our defense industry, Robertas Jotka. Прошу.
So, dear Vice Ministers, dear Vice Admiral, dear ambassadors, dear ladies and gentlemen. Well, before I start about our industry, I would like to say that essentially, unfortunately, we have to understand that we are at war today. The war is happening. It has been not announced by us, it has been not started by us, but it is happening against us. It is hopefully at the moment happening against us on the territory of Ukraine, not on the territory of France or Lithuania for that matter, but our enemy against which we have been fighting for 600 years. And I stress, this is not some kind of a contender, but this is an enemy, because a contender does not announce on state television every second day how they will bomb Paris, how they will bomb London, how they will bomb Warsaw, how they will bomb Vilnius, Riga, Tallinn or Stockholm. And they have been exercising strikes again against Sweden while it was still neutral already many, many years ago. So we have to be open and realistic about the facts. We are at war. And unfortunately, as the great military leader of France, and I hope a role model for France, Mr. Napoleon has said, amateurs talk about strategy and tactics, professionals talk about logistics. Logistics is about industry and about support and about having the needed equipment where it is needed and when it is needed. Without industry and without industry cooperation, this will not be possible. So I am here now to talk about the potential cooperation between our countries on this very, very important and strategic level. So a few words about our association. Well, obviously we are an association that is, a few words about myself as well. So I'm a board member of the association since several years. I'm also a military person since over 10 years and a military historian and a professional lawyer, business lawyer as my main business activity. So coming back to the association. We are the association that joins the whole industry in Lithuania, and we are representing the whole industry, whether some companies are members of ours or not. We are talking for and on behalf of the whole ecosystem, if you like. And obviously, Lithuania's ecosystem in comparison to our neighbors is really very good at the moment, talking about the general economic environment. The World Bank has, in its most recent study, announced that Lithuania's economic attractiveness or ease of doing business in Lithuania worldwide is on the 11th place. So meaning that we are the 11th place best to do business in the world. I mean, our neighbors, Ukraine obviously is far away, Poland is on the 40th place, Latvia is on the 19th place, and Estonia on the 18th place. So that has been a long-standing effort of our governments and of our industries and businesses to make this a very attractive place for foreign direct investment in particular. Well, one of our main hidden secrets of Lithuania is, as the Vice Minister has already put it, the free economic zones. We have a unique system of 7 free economic zones in the region, which allows also development of defense industries in them. And why it is important? It is important because the free economic zones feature a unique setup of tax and industry cooperation, so to say, and tax and infrastructure possibilities. Well, tax-wise, if you invest only 1 million euros, you will be eligible for 10 years free of charge corporate income tax, 0%. And after the 10 years, you will have a tax discount of 50%, meaning that your effective corporate income tax rate for another 6 years will be 7.5%. There will be no real estate taxes, no taxes on dividends, and also for VAT purposes, if you trade not with European Union, it will not be considered a VAT territory. So this is really a unique opportunity, and I would say this is a unique regulation available in European Union onshore. Well, talking about our industry, essentially. Our industry is still rather young, but we are developing leaps and bounds, and with the full support of our current government and of course the situation all around the world, we have a very competitive possibilities for cooperation, also with France. So I will go through the potential sectors that our companies are representing, and you can also see a list of the companies listed here and in the brochure that you all have on your seats. But I would like to point out that we, as the industry, represent kind of very wide areas where we can support and help, French partners and French friends. But the main kind of areas I would like to stress are laser industry, optotronics, drones, and anti-drones. These are the 4 industries, and communications probably, laser communications as well. These are the industries that are battle-tested and battle-proven. All the Western equipment in Ukraine that is fighting for our joint freedom today cannot survive without anti-drone equipment provided by NT-Service that will be presented here later today. You know, without that, it will be destroyed in very counted hours, I would say. So this is one of the breakthroughs. Also, laser technologies. Laser technologies are historically very strong in Lithuania, and in the area of nano lasers, pico lasers, femto lasers, Lithuania, I would say, is a world leader, because from 9 companies worldwide in this specific area of lasers, 3 of them are situated in Lithuania within a radius of 15 kilometers. So it is the biggest concentration of laser technology in the world, in one single territory. And these technologies can also be used to fight the newest Russian drones like Lancet, to literally burn the optical devices of the Russian drones, and this technology is being actively worked on, and it is really one of the so-called disruptive technologies worldwide that Lithuania currently has and possesses. Drones, obviously, as well. Our drones are fighting in Ukraine since many, many years in the front, and not many drone producers and not many countries can boast the fact that drones are immune to the Russian electronic warfare. Our drones are, and today you will also hear a presentation by one of our producers, Granta Solutions. The drones have been tested under the most rigorous actual battle conditions, and they are able to operate deep behind the enemy lines, 30 to 50 kilometers behind enemy lines, by remaining fully functional. Not that they would be able to return back to base while they are jammed, but they remain fully functional, have full video and audio control. So this is also something very, very unique. Lithuania is traditionally also very strong in the area of so-called MROs, aviation support and aviation maintenance, repair, overhaul. Some of our companies are even active in over 46 countries in the world, so they really have world coverage in that area. In addition, we have a wide spectrum of other, more traditional maybe things, if you like ammunition production, small arms productions, personal defensive equipment production, host nation support, all the industries in connection to logistics, communications, as I would like to stress, communications and space technologies as well. One of our companies, Nanoavionics, that has been fully developed in Lithuania, has been recently acquired by world major defense industry group, Kongsberg, and the company we are talking about is named Nanoavionics, and it specializes in bringing satellites to space. So essentially, today, Lithuanian technology can bring your satellite or your satellite technology to space and be used for that. So I could go on for quite a long time. I say you will have quite a big brochure on that on your tables, but I will not, go maybe more on this. And to conclude, so how can we, meaning our Defense and Security Industry Association, help French companies cooperate and participate in these trying and important times to be together and work together? So we have a full, so to say, service proposal for our friends and partners. We help finding cooperation partners for you, for your technologies. We help you on the legal terms, establishing in the country, do all the legal formalities. Also recommend you potential needed reliable partners that we have been in contact with on the ground. So essentially, we can and are your point of contact if you want to do something in Lithuania. And obviously, we have several success stories. One of them is also in connection to, I would say, even a French company, KNDSS. A joint operation by KMV or KNDSS and Rheinmetall Land Systems, a maintenance and repair facility in Lithuania that is now fully operational, repairing the armor and battle tanks that have been damaged in Ukraine. So participating directly in the logistic supply chains. So that is one, but hopefully not the last and the first of the many cooperation examples and success stories, I would say. So I would like to conclude my presentation by a Eastern saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So I invite everybody to go far. Thank you very much.
thank you very much, Robert. And now we will move to this go-together session. So we will hear from pitches from Lithuanian and French defense companies. So I remind that every company has 3 minutes for pitch. So first will be Tomas Zalandauskas from BPTI, Lithuania. Tomai.
Good. What about slides? I should. Okay, hello. So I'm Tomas Zalandauskas, actually, from Baltic Institute of Advanced Technology, and briefly about our institute. So we are private but not-for-profit entity based in Lithuania, and what we do R&D. And from the 2014, we do more and more, and currently, I guess, more than 90% of our activities related with defense and security-related research and development. We do successfully participate in different European initiatives, and we are a small entity. Small, I mean that less than 70 people currently working at BPTI. But also we are a research organization. We are treated by European Commission as a research organization. And so briefly about history, we are founded in 2008. And from 2014, when the war in Ukraine started, we started to think how could we contribute to the security of Lithuania. And in parallel, European Union launched its initiatives related with defense research and development. And we started to participate in these initiatives from the very beginning. And currently, we are at least one of the most active, if not the most active SME in EDF context. Going to the topic. So what we do? First of all, we design chips. We design chips, components for European radar, electronic warfare, or data links. So if you would like to design and to produce European radars, European electronic warfare systems, or European data links for defense, and you would be interested in having European components, please let me know. Second area is applications of machine learning or AI. Again, if you are designing counter-drone systems, if you're designing drones and would like to move it quickly to the target, please let me know. In cybersecurity, if you would like to have your newly built defense system more cybersecure, also please let me know. And finally, UX UI, last but not least. If you would like your newly built defense systems more attractable to millennials, please also let me know. That's it shortly. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you, Thomas. Invite Paulius Vaitkevičius from Novian Pro. It's customized information system for defense and security projects.
Hello, everybody. I represent Novian Group and in particular company Novian Pro. We are the Lithuanian company, but we actually have offices across Baltic states and Norway and Moldova and Africa. Our project geography is almost every continent except Antarctica and Australia. We are quite a large company. We are mid-cap by European Union standards with 280 employees. So our main business is R&D projects, like Thomas just introduced, and software development. We actually are a software company. We do not play with any hardware components. And we work in all the areas, but the defense area is quite large in our company. There are some examples in defense domain. For example, we had contracts with Airbus to build tactical data links, NATO GS project. We build video streaming and processing software from Global Hawk, NATO ESR project. Also, we had projects with non-French companies like Therma, where we built a couple of simulators for maintenance systems, for radars. We worked with Leonardo. We built simulators as well. Aircraft maintenance simulator of Spartan, the same aircraft that our President Gitanas flew in today, probably, but Lithuanian Army has these aircrafts. We worked also with Rheinmetall, with Land-C2 Systems, Soliton, it's a Japan company. So these were commercial contracts that we were hired to do the job. We also participated in R&D projects in ADIDP, EDF, with French companies as well. We explore, we research and build the capabilities of AI in defense, integrating space technologies, creating for example, links between civil and military air control systems. We explore modern armor, and yeah. So in total, we have now 8 R&D projects in EDF. So to sum up, our expertise: we work in AI, in data processing and decision making, C2, space C2 architectures, and integrating various data into those systems that you use probably every day. We create multi-node shared databases that will be shared across the European Union, for example, in the Integral project. We assist them communication builders. We also build simulators and actually program anything with those standard programming languages and control and technologies. So if you look for a partner with this expertise in R&D projects or just in software building projects in defense field, so please contact us and we will be glad to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Paulus. Now I invite Andrius Guzaitis from PixPro, demonstrating photogrammetric image reconstruction solutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, hello and thank you for having us here today. I represent a company, rather small company, especially in the context of others, PixPro. We've been around since 2013, and originally we are a R&D and software development company. Our main product is a photogrammetric software used mostly in industrial needs. However, with the recent developments since 2022, we started branching out in other areas, specifically working much more than before in defense sector. Right now, I would say our most distinguishable product would be an optical navigation system. It's designed for UAVs. It can work for regular aircraft as well, but for that we would require a little bit more of a regulation to pass through. So this is, as I said, our main product, however, main defense product. However, our expertise in the photogrammetry is also being used in the, military context, like, for example, ability to calculate quite accurate coordinates from the photographs taken by aircraft and directing, whatever needs to be directed towards that. Also ability to cartograph and take a 3D cartography to the next level by allowing such tools as visibility zones and recent, most up-to-date orthophotography for the particular areas can be done with unmanned devices and compiled with our software. And I would say the last but one of the most important part is our software is now used by NGOs in Ukraine in help to clear up the landmines and unexploded ordnance. For that, they're using the unmanned devices, mostly flying, but not only to collect visual, thermal, and variospectral data, And our software is used to aggregate all that data, and by that we not only take away the danger to personnel, but also enable to observe area in about 10 to 15 times faster than on using ordinary methods like a person doing the observation directly and literally walking through the area. We also partnered up with other companies to be able to provide a full value chain of software. Essentially, it is used to administer the landmine removal programs for larger areas. So we're a small company, but we're proud to be here, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Andrus. Now I invite Petras Jankauskas from EVOM, presenting electronic systems repairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to be here. So small companies continue here. EWOM stands for erasable write-only memory. So if you tick it, please talk to me. Our work is mainly repairing electronics for naval forces of Lithuania. And EVOM is a fairly new company, established in 2022, but we have experience for more than 9 years, as I was working as a project manager on company 3RI. And I will briefly just give you a glimpse of what we do. Well, we do everything what is not mechanical, everything what has to do something with electricity, electronics. And I'm not going to go deep into this. I truly believe you can get these presentations for your deeper exploration. The one thing I would like to share today is that we not only repair, but we also design and produce electronic solutions. For this instance, we have a minesweeper ship, and it had this huge gyro, about 800 kilos of weight, which is stopped working. And no spare parts, nothing navies could do except then talk to us. And we developed 3 kilo small box, 1 button, a little screen, electronic solution that replaced this huge gyro. And so that's what I'm trying to show you, is that we not only fix, but we can develop. And of course, we came from public domain with the RFID technologies, libraries, and all different areas we've been working. So we have quite wide and narrow scope of field of activity. And to sum up, I would say that EVOM is electronic system repair, low-level electronic programming, designed from scratch, and production bespoke technological solutions. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you, Petras. I invite Laurynas Šatas from Aktyvus Photonics, showcasing the development of laser target designator for intelligent ammunition control.
Hello, and thank you. So today I have 3 minutes for 2 messages. The one message is about laser target designators. It's something what we do. And the next message is how we do. How small country, small company can have a huge impact. And I will start with a simple slide. You heard the buzzword, the laser. There is Lithuania, there is lasers. So this slide is the reason why I became laser physicist. It's because of those 2,000 people working in industry within 60 companies by pride and importance of the work which they do. This is important. But the real secret is why we now have that unique ecosystem, as it was mentioned before, is that those small companies are collaborating together to innovate. We start with optical coating, We go to optical component then with different companies, which end up with entirely new lasers. And as the numbers, 2,000 employees, 220 million in export is something like Defense Prime, yeah? It can do significantly more than that by being SMEs. So in this mindset, we established Activus Photonics 3 years ago in order to create superiority for the technology, in order to have an edge of what we currently have, and to create laser target designators, which are extremely robust and ultra compact. So that's what we are doing. But the reason and the enabler how we do is the same as the full industry of Lithuanian lasers, is we are collaborating, because it's the only way to succeed. And now, 3 years in this path, can we say that we succeeded? Our technical achievements can suggest it. Like, of now, we have lasers which are 85 millimeter long, and which can guide ammunition which weighs hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds. It means that those lasers can be integrated in mini-class drones and do a target acquisition application instead of the JTAGs. This application didn't exist when we started the company, and now it's possible. However, at the same time, when we are talking about disruptance, technological superiority, we also need to talk about accessibility. Nobody cares about technology which is not accessible, and the war is going on right now. So in parallel, what company does, it adapts its innovative approach and fast and agile mindset in order to make that technology not only good, amazing, but also in order to make it accessible. Last year, Ukrainians integrated laser-guided ammunition, 70 millimeters, brimstorms to be exact, which are laser-guided. In 8 weeks, we delivered full soldier solution from the concept to fully integrated laser target designator. When you have a critical technology, everything else is easy. But working in defense, even now when we have amazing trends, is complicated. Working with governments, working with primes, it's not fast, it's not agile. There are lots of bureaucracies. And the of now today can actually make a difference by shaping superiority with those applications which didn't exist before. And this is our obligation of today's meeting. Find the ways to collaborate, to make faster decisions, and enable those SMEs to go forward faster. We have the company of only 20 people with critical infrastructure in-house, but what we have is the agile approach and the technology. So I invite you to collaborate, to meet after this presentation sessions, to have a coffee together, and discuss about potential ways for the next better future. Thank you a lot.
Thank you, Laurynas. I invite Valdas Dambrauskas from RSI Europe, presenting remotely controlled smart initiation systems.
Thank you very much. Good day to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce a company, RSI Europe, and its products. This is a Lithuanian capital company developing and manufacturing innovative electronic systems in the defense sector. It has clear task and goal to contribute to the overall security in the region. Since its inception, the company focused on mass-deployed and cost-efficient technologies to create maximum deterrence with limited resources. We have a robust network of Ukrainian partners who help us to continuously develop our products, providing constant feedback and continuous testing of the product. Collaboration with Ukraine enables us to deliver products to our customers which are already combat proven. And our company also grows specialized development and manufacturing capability. Our main product is a smart long-range explosives initiation system, which is called RISE-1. Its range is 25 kilometers in line of sight zone, and it can be extended by a retransmitter or a repeater added. Using repeater or retransmitter, you can also overcome difficult terrain. Later, I will show you a graphic depiction. Due to a passive system design and the signal modulation patterns, RISE-1 has a relative resistance to electronic warfare means. Finally, very important thing is that the initiator has a battery which lasts up to 140 days. In conjunction to resistance to heat, cold, and humidity, it makes this equipment perfectly suited for long-term operations like zone control. Here you can see the graphic depiction, how a repeater enables us to overcome difficult terrain. There are three main areas of employment of RISE-1. It was mentioned already EOD, demining, but it also is suited for counter mobility and force protection, ambush, and diversions. The second product is a kamikaze drone. It's a 10-inch FPV drone, which is able to carry 2 kilograms over a distance of 20 kilometers. The drone can be used with RISE-1 to carry repeaters and retransmitters. In support of this drone, we also offer a comprehensive training course which covers tactical missions in full scale, starting from reconnaissance up to battle damage assessment. There is a comprehensive list of topics in that course, and a number of serious equipment is provided to enable that course during the training. Thank you for your attention, and we're ready to initiate new contacts for cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valdas. Invite Kristijonas Vizbaras from Brolis, highlighting laser pointers and illuminators, thermal, night vision, and SWIRT systems.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kristijonas Vizbaras from Brolis, one of the company founders. And today I would like to briefly introduce the scope of our electro-optical systems for defense that we manufacture. And a bit about the company. The company has been established in 2011 as a semiconductor component manufacturer. However, when Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014, we shifted for defense applications and chose the vertical integration path. And since then, we have tens of thousands of electro-optical systems delivered all throughout NATO countries, mainly Europe. And by end of this year, we will have thousands of systems delivered to Ukraine as well. Inside the company, we have infrastructure allowing us to build from component to a final end user tested and battle tested system. From day one, Brolis systems are explored and used in the battlefield. They are battle tested in true meaning of the word. We are part of Ukrainian defense doctrine and part of the MOD system. Our systems are certified and tested and are recommended to be used in Ukraine, and they are used in Ukraine. We deliver to the spot. We do all the documentation. We train the operators, and then we provide all the maintenance and support in the country. Showcasing main products, so I would say the flagship today is Brolis LP5X, aiming laser pointer that is today the choice of Royal Belgium Army. We have been chosen to equip the full army of Belgium Kingdom with our LP5X aiming lasers. We are also, our aiming lasers are being actively used in Ukraine. They are part of equipment that Special Operation Forces, military, intelligence, and other assault units are using. They can be spotted in a variety of videos This particular one is by the GUR raid in territory of Russia in Belgorod region that happened just before the new year. You can spot our systems being used on by the soldiers. At the same time, Brolis LP5X aiming laser has been awarded a 3-year open contract by a NATO procurement agency, NSPA. It is a 10-country contract. France is part of it, so I encourage anyone connected with the Circle 1, Circle 2, and Circle 3 armed forces of France to come over and talk to me. This laser pointer is not only that it is battle tested in Ukraine, it is already deployed in 16 countries, and it's open for the 3 years for more procurement, and it's very price competitive, and by the functionality, I believe it is the most modern aiming laser of today within the NATO countries. At the same time, Brolis offers a range of thermal products from scopes for heavy caliber machine guns to sniper rifles. Again, everything is battle tested, utilized in Ukraine to a large amount. So come talk to me. I can introduce to the full spectrum of the products. Finally, we have Swire technology in hand. We have Swire observation cameras, Swire sniper systems that are used within every country and special police detachments in probably every NATO country in the world that currently exists, including France. So if you want to learn more about it, please do come over and talk to me. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Kristijonas. Egidijus Šilanskas from NT Service, presenting counter-drone and radio blocking systems.
Dear Vice Ministers, dear officials from Army, ladies and gentlemen from French defense industry, it's my honor to present NT Service, the company, and our products here. Actually, the key message I have today is cooperation. I think we have what to suggest from side of products. Our products are used in the list of countries worldwide. And also we have something to suggest, to propose from services in our region, in Baltics region, in Lithuania, Latvia, and also Ukraine. Briefly about company, I will not go into details, but we are medium-sized Lithuania-based company, working 25 years already. Until the Russian invasion to Crimea, we were working purely in civilian business. Telecommunications. Actually, we were experts in communicating in RF domain, radio frequency domain, in civil communication, and also critical communication, ensuring that networks for police, for firefighters, for ambulance working well in any situation. But since 2014, actually, we are in defense industry also. Our main areas where we can suggest co-working with you, with defense industry from France, counter UAV domain, I mean countering drones, low-flying, remotely piloted drones. So we produce our products. We can integrate different systems with our products and maybe with your products into one system, providing full protection. We can participate in some research and development projects. So this is domain we are interested to cooperate. Also, we're still doing business in telecommunications. We have a list of teams, of field teams to install and maintain solutions. If you have something to propose for Baltic countries or for Ukraine also, we can support you with our services, with our knowledge of engineers who work 25 years already. Talking about counter UAV or counter drone solutions, our solutions are quite well known in Eastern Europe, I would say. And as I said, we started developing this solution since 2014, 2015, because we are eastern border of European Union and Schengen. And we saw threat becoming on our eastern border with smuggling drones or some drones flying into prohibited areas, and we develop product. This product actually, if talking about long-range directional jammer or electronic warfare equipment, is in use in Ukraine since 2019, already 5 years. And not only in Ukraine, but in a list of countries worldwide. I mean, in Europe, some countries in Africa, some countries in Asia, and etc. So it's proved product for long-range directional operation. Another one is middle-range product for protecting positions or protecting armored vehicles, which is also in use now in Ukraine in battle and demanded very much by Ukrainian forces to protect expensive equipment, to protect people, to protect soldiers. And now we're also producing small-range personal devices, which is also now is delivered to Ukraine to protect life of soldiers from kamikaze drones, which are targeting to kill soldiers. And fourth, as I said, we are open to work with you if you have solutions with different sensors, different other technologies, or maybe you have sites where multi-layer security is needed. We can integrate, and we already have experience in integrating this with different radar and detection solutions. That's briefly all. As I said, my key message is cooperation, because I think that the French defense forces might need some products, but we are not in position to work maybe directly. So we are open to work with French companies and to deliver best solutions together. Thank you.
Thank you, Egidijus. Now we would gladly hear the French companies pitching. Can I invite Coralie Chauvin? She's director for Europe of KNDS France. Coralie.
Hello, so my name is Coralie Chauvin. I'm in charge of the export sales within Nexter, now KNDS France. And hold on. I don't know, where's my presentation? So I won't go through a boring corporate presentation. I want to speak about true fact and where we are so far. Since the CESAR contract, I believe, is the beginning of a strong cooperation between our both countries. Just a few figures. We are currently working with more than 2,000 companies, subcontractors, and half of them are SMEs. Nexter already, is already working with Lithuania. This is a good example of a good cooperation. We have been working with Supreme IT since 2001. They were first subcontractor and then became, in 2018, our main partner. We signed a framework contract, and now we have good perspective, up to 30% increase. So now, where we are so far. I explained before, Lithuania will be part of the development of the CESAR Mk2. And one more good example, Lithuania will develop the simulators for the CESAR Mk2. So we have the virtual maintenance training and the gun commander training. I'm sorry, I speak like a duck and I'm having a hard time. So since we met last year, companies have been identified, scope of work is done, and calls for bids have been released. Development schedule from July 2024 up to April 2027. What I want to emphasize is that we have also identified other needs, which are the followings. Production for components, for brackets, for radios, computers. As you can imagine, the supply chain is under constraints right now, and we cannot work anymore with one single source. Another opportunity will be specific harness for the artillery system. For both needs, once again, companies have been identified. Scope of work is done, but calls for bids are not ongoing, but will be released soon. And for production schedule from January 2025 and up to June 2026. That's pretty much it. And for those companies I haven't met last year, of course, I remain at your disposal. I'll be around the whole day. Thank you.
Merci, Coralie. Now I would like to invite Luc Renouy. He's Director of Development of Bertin Technologies and Showcasing Solutions and Instrumentation for Critical Applications.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm very pleased and honored to talk to you all. It is a very exciting meeting, actually, and I would like to show what we are doing and how we do it. So basically, Bertin is a medium-sized company. We are specializing in instrumentation, could be radiation measurement or optronics. We work with around more than 600 employees over Europe in defense, nuclear, space, and life science. We work mostly export. I guess for a French company it's not too bad. And we are deeply, I would say, engaged into Northern Europe, since we have two big subsidiaries. One is Exensor in Sweden. We provide unattended ground system for armies over Europe, and we recently merged with Environics Finland, which is a well-known Siberian specialist. So we have still most of our people in France, but we are spreading over Europe and really looking forward having new partnerships, especially with you guys. So we are organized around 3 divisions, one for instrument, radiation measurement, the other for photonics and life science. That's not the main point. And actually, as far as what we provide in the defense sector, we mostly provide Siberian threat detection and identification system. We have already sold some systems to Lithuanian forces for radiation measurement, but we also provide chemical. And in this field, we are looking for partnership to bring this application on UAVs, mostly. We have a strong background in optronics, providing systems that can be embarked on vehicles or for soldiers. And we provide this FlexNet system that we provide through Exensor, which is at the bottom right. So it's a long-lasting system made of seismoacoustic and optronics systems that can provide surveillance for 1 month to almost 3 months in the best case. And this is it. I would be pleased to talk further with some of you people to define what are the opportunities and how we can work together. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Luke. I invite now Jonathan Kraus from Metravib, the international sales manager, and will presenting acoustic sensors.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm Jonathan Kraus from Metravib Defense. I'm sincerely honored to be there today and to address such assistance. So just in few words, I will explain you what is Metravib, what we do, what we could provide to the Lithuanian defense, and how we could do this also with the Lithuanian defense industry. So Metravib Defense, in few words, we are subsidiary of ACOM Group. We are the inventor of acoustic gunshot detection technology. Initially, it started during the war in Sarajevo, where we had the issue with some snipers targeting French soldiers. So we created this acoustic detection technology. And since then, we developed also the version for vehicles, for helicopters, and also for soldiers. And we are, of course, combat proven. And to take, let's say, example, in the recent years, we have been used by the OSCE, the Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe, to monitor on the ceasefire line in Ukraine, on both sides, the different gunshots. So it works just in few words. So you have two waves. The first one is the shock waves on the right, and then you have the muzzle blast. And it is when we do the difference between these two waves that we are able to have the azimuth of the shooter, the distance, and also the elevation. So today our main products are this one. We have the Pearl for soldiers and small UGV. We have the Pillar Ground to protect borders and so on, infrastructure. And we have the Pillar 5, and the Pillar 5 is also part of the Scorpion program in the French army, as it is used on the Griffon and Serval. So just to make a focus on the Pillar 5 on the right, this system is able to detect all the calibers from 5.56 till 120 millimeter of MBT, RPG, mortars, but also now we are working on detection of drones. It's a return of experience from Ukraine when you have some small drones that come over armored vehicle and they drop a grenade. So in the coming months, we'll be able also to detect that kind of threat. Just to give you an example of what we can do also with the Pillar 5 system. So we are working on the effective range of the threat. So meaning, and these figures of course are conservative and quite confidential, so it's just for example. And thanks to all of these capabilities, we have been selected also by most of the NATO armies, by the US Army, for example, for the new MPF program, the M10 Boomer of the US Army. It's the Metravib system that will be used instead of the one from the US industry. So regarding now Lithuanian defense and the Lithuanian defense industry, there is something we are used to do is to make some localization. It's something we did already with some Western countries and in the Middle East, and definitively for us Lithuanian market is strategic. Lithuania is in the forefront regarding the crisis with Russia and Ukraine, and this is why we are ready today to make some agreements, to make some commitments with the Lithuanian defense industry to localize some production for the needs in Lithuania. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question further, feel free to come back to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. I would like to invite Lionel Rosellini from Exhale. So he will talk about VP land and air systems, highlighting demining solutions.
Good morning to everyone. So I'm pleased to be the last speaker of today's session. So thank you for everyone who has stayed up to the very last presentation. I'm managing a division of Excel dealing with UAV systems and robots for many applications. And I'm here to represent a group of small and medium-sized companies dealing with demining solutions. And under the impulsion of the GCAT, we have been put together to discuss about how to support demining operations across around the world, and we've been successfully welcomed in Ukraine. So why is it important to talk about demining? It's because for the Lithuanian government, a coalition has been launched this year with regards to demining, and Lithuania is leading this coalition. So it's very important for us to contribute to this effort and to cooperate with the Lithuanian companies around demining. So let me tell you a few words about the companies. CEFA is manufacturing some large robots for demining fields, for agriculture or for large fields. Excel, we are doing robots for demining and small robots for demining. Geomine is doing demining operations and are able to train and to train the people and to conduct demining operation. Nexter, KNDS is providing some sensors for detection and decoying for large vehicle. Sera is providing a vehicle to help demining roads, and CNIM is providing a robot to do some neutralization and demining as well. So I won't give you a lot of details on that. I am really open to initiate some discussions. It's very important for us also to highlight that all our solutions have been developed under the umbrella of the French Ministry of Defense that has put a lot of efforts to help us define the right specifications for the products, and have been already combat proven in various areas such as Afghanistan, Mali, and Iraq, and there are like reference tools and equipments for the French Ministry of Defense and also for the French civil sector with regards to demining. And we have really a lot of products here that we would be really glad to talk about cooperations with Lithuanian companies to extend the range of the products or improve the products or make them work better together in order to support mainly the Ukrainian army at this stage. Thank you very much for your attention.